I'm about to tell you the secret to overcoming toxic positivity. This invisible force causes millions of people to become less successful, more selfish, and even more gullible. And I call it invisible because most people don't even know what it is. Our research shows that time and time again, this force can be overcome and can be fought with the right tactics and the right information. What even is toxic positivity? Well, this is actually part 2 to a few videos, and you can check out part 1 to these videos right here, linked right there, and check out part 1 to learn more about toxic positivity and why it's harmful. The good news. There are actually ways to avoid falling into the trap of toxic positivity, and if you've already watched that video, you come here, now you know that you can get over toxic positivity, and this is not something that should be holding you back anytime. 1. Be aware of personality science. There are 3 big traits in personality science that you need to pay attention to when you're talking about toxic positivity. N, E, and O. Neuroticism, openness, and extroversion. Neuroticism is negatively correlated to happiness versus openness and extroversion, which are positively correlated to happiness. And so this is true because neurotics tend to stress out about tiny details, leading to a decrease in their happiness, versus people who are really open and are really extroverted, and they tend to have stronger relationships with people and tend to go to more social events and try new things, have a better time in life as well. So here's how you can use this to your advantage. If you look for people who are high in neuroticism, low in extroversion, and low in openness, you can crack the code to being less toxic. If you focus on these people, these people's natural levels of happiness might not be as high as others. Telling them to be just happy may simply be impossible. You need to focus more on your levels of toxic positivity when you're around these people, because this is how you can totally ruin a good relationship by telling these type of people to chill or focus less on their problems, because this is exactly what they won't be doing. If you want to learn more about personality science, there are actually 5 main traits, and you can actually learn all about them in this video, which is linked right here. Go click on it, go check all this out. 2. Replace these phrases. Sometimes all it takes is a change in what we say. And you may think, well, I don't think I'm that toxic positive person. Well, read this graph or chart and think about it again. Have you ever just been like, it's all be fine, it could be worse, always look on the bright side? Well, this is toxic positivity. When someone's looking for sympathy or compassion, if you tell these things to them, they will be very upset. They may even be annoyed or angry, because that's not what they're looking for, and you're going to seem insincere, and you're also going to seem like you're uncaring and don't care about them. Instead, you can say these things. How can I help you? This is tough. Can I do anything? It must be hard. Tell me about it. Do you want to talk about it? These things that you can say instead are all ways that you can turn the situation around and be there for them instead of against them inadvertently. 3. Don't be an expert. You need to remember that you're not Dr. Phil or Oprah. You should always sympathize, and you should only offer advice or opinions when you're asked. When people are giving you advice or opinions or guidance, when you just want sympathy, it's going to make you feel like your emotions and feelings were discounted, and that you really just want someone to listen to you when you're at that moment of life. When you are really upset, you want someone to listen to you, but instead when they're giving you guidance and advice, it's going to make it seem like they want you to get over your feelings and they're not really listening, which is a horrible thing to do, so don't ever be an expert. 4. Employ the pause. You need to realize that you're not alone, and it's okay to be unhappy when you're listening to other people's problems. It's actually really common for people to be annoyed or just upset when someone comes in, starts listing their problems, and you're in a good mood and you don't want them to be ruining your good vibes. But When's the last time you truly listened to someone's problems? There's two types of listening, passive and active. Passive listening is when your mind is somewhere else. You tune things out and you're in la la land. Active listening is when you concentrate on what's being said and fully understand the situation. You're going to understand what they're coming from, where they're coming from. Take a pause, fully understand why the other person is upset or even needs support, and try to look at it from their perspective. By doing this, you may be less unhappy and you will get off of that mind-wandering state that you're at. You'll get into this state and you'll be able to offer better advice, better guidance. And if you are that person who's already conditioned with toxic positivity, you're going to be on autopilot if you're in passive listening, and you're going to say things like, "Oh, why are you complaining? Don't you know there's starving children all over the world?" Well, this may be your go-to mindset if for your friends who need support if you're passive listening. Try to change it and avoid this approach, and instead try to rephrase your response and use the pause. By using the pause, you'll be able to pause, think, let them calm down a little, and then offer your words. This will help you be more empathetic and seem like a more caring person. 5. Create a place to express your ideal reality. Whether this be a journal or a notebook or an online agenda or something, remember that everyone goes through their own tough times, and you're not alone if you're going through any tough time. And people who spread toxic positivity can feel like they're taking a huge burden. If you're spreading toxic positivity, you're going to feel like, why am I always so happy? Why is everyone else not? This is going to make you feel more upset overall. And if you never validate or even focus on your own negative emotions, you'll never be able to fix them. And this is most cases of toxic positivity. They never focus on their own negative emotions. They focus on spreading positivity to everyone, which is something that is spread through society, something that we grew up with. Be positive, good vibes only. How many times have you heard that? Well, that's not the right answer. The right answer is accept all your emotions and accept that some things can go wrong, and then realize that you can get over that. But you need to focus on your problems before you can step around them. And finally, take your own time. This is not something that you can go to sleep, wake up the next morning and realize, yay, I'm toxic positivity free. No, you can't do that. That's not how it works. Instead, you can spend your time realizing or even addressing that you're doing things that are toxic or too positive in certain opinions, certain times, and you can work on these little things. Be more empathetic, be less insensitive, look at the small details instead of the bigger picture, and do these few things every once in a while. Notice them, address them, and those are the steps that you need to take if you want to detoxify your life from toxic positivity. Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed this video. For more videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe to the Success Bistro. See you in the next one. Bye.